Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. For seekers of God, spiritual talks of Mahapurush Swami Shivananda Ji. In this episode, we learn about Sri Ramakrishna's love for his disciples and Sri Ramakrishna's kind, loving inquiries about Mahapurush Ji's family. Page number 27, Chapter 10, Part 1, continued. In the course of conversation, while discussing Sri Ramakrishna, one monk asked, Maharaj, when you used to visit Sri Ramakrishna, what did you think of him? Mahapurush Maharaj, when we visited Sri Ramakrishna, the thought of whether or not he was a divine incarnation never came to our mind. We could not foresee that he would create such a superhuman movement in the whole world. Who could then know that the whole world would be intoxicated with this man, only 3.5 cubits tall? Sri Ramakrishna loved us very much. It was because of the attraction of his love that we used to go to him. How shall I describe Sri Ramakrishna's love? It was ineffable. In childhood, we had the experience of parental affection and did not think there could be anything greater. But when we came to the Master and realized his love, we found the affection of our parents to be insignificant and most unworthy. After coming to Sri Ramakrishna, we felt that we had arrived home, that all these years before we had been roaming in a strange country. Whenever I came to Sri Ramakrishna, that was my feeling. I do not know how others felt. Sri Ramakrishna won me over at the very first meeting. One day Sri Ramakrishna said, well, so many people come here. I seldom ask anyone about his home and family connections or desire to know anything about these. When I first met you, I felt that you belonged here, that I would like to know the particulars of your home, parents and the like. Can you tell me why? Where is your home and what is your father's name? In reply, I told Sri Ramakrishna that I came from Barasat and that my father's name was Ram Kanai Ghoshal. Hearing this, Sri Ramakrishna said, indeed, you are the son of Ram Kanai Ghoshal? Now I understand why the mother aroused in me this desire for information about your home. I know your father very well. He is the attorney to Rani Rasmani's estate. The Rani and her family think highly of your father, and whenever he happens to visit the garden at Dakshineshwar, they do everything to make him comfortable, arranging carefully for his residence, meals, servants and the like. Your father is certainly a highly developed sadhaka. Whenever he came here, after having his bath in the Ganga and putting on a red silk garment, he would enter the mother's temple. He would look like a veritable Bhairava. Bhairava means celestial attendant of Shiva. Your father was tall, stout and fair complexion, and his chest was always red. He meditated long at the mother's temple. He would have with him a musician who would sit behind him, singing many songs symbolically describing the human body and its nerve centers, and also songs about the Mother Kali. Your father would be absorbed in meditation, tears streaming down his cheeks. After meditation, as he left the temple, his face would be flushed with spiritual emotions and nobody dared approach him. I was at the time suffering from an unbearable burning sensation all over my body. After meeting your father, I said, well, you are a devotee of the mother and so am I. I also have a little meditation, but can you tell me why I have such a burning sensation all over my body? Look, the burning sensation is so intense that the hairs of my body have been burned. This burning sensation is sometimes excruciating. Your father recommended that I wear an amulet, bearing the name of my chosen deity. Strange as it may seem, with the wearing of this amulet, the burning sensation diminished at once. Would you ask your father to come once and see me? Mahapurush Maharaj continues, in those days I used to live in Calcutta, visiting home occasionally. My father was very much pleased when I told him about Sri Ramakrishna, and he came to see the master at once. On another occasion, the master said, your father's spiritual practices were attended with some desire for worldly objects. As a result of his spiritual practices, he amassed plenty of wealth and also spent it nobly. To be continued. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.